No man, I gotta say, I love the color. Um, the fact that it doesn't run, I'm gonna have to do a lot of work to it, so it's gonna take a little bit off the price. But I believe if we take off maybe $750 because it doesn't run, that'd be a good deal. Alrighty, well, sounds good. I'll have my guys loaded up and we'll get it out of your hair. Thank you so much again. Thank you.
What the heck?
Oh, well, hey guys, I almost didn't see that. Welcome back to Snacks Auto Shop for another episode of Restore and Rebuild. Right now, as you can tell, we're just checking out this Ford Mustang Mach 1 we recently picked up. We just got it back to the shop and on here. And we figured out that the paint job is in incredible condition, but under the hood and under the car, not so much. There's a lot of rust, a lot of stuff doesn't work, so we're going to have to replace a lot of that. That shouldn't be any issue with this. But you guys may remember this car. If not, here's a little clip of it. Guys, this car is so fun, but I just can't keep control of it. The motor is so powerful, and I'm not even touching the wheel right now. And just look at the way we spin. This car is freaking insane. We're probably gonna end up taking the motor out of it soon, but we just don't have a car to put it in right now. Okay guys, so you may be wondering why we have this in the garage. Our plan is to take the engine out of this car and put it in this car, because the Trans Am really couldn't handle all the power of that engine, so we're hoping the Mustang has the ability to. We're not for sure yet, so we're just going to go ahead and do it anyway, because, I mean, you know, in the car industry, there's really no way to tell till you do it. So we're just going to put it in. Hopefully it works. If not, we're still going to be on the hunt for a car to put this motor in, but if it works, we will have ourselves one heck of a machine. So we're not going to have to paint this car. Right now we're just going to go ahead and strip it. We're going to go ahead and give you guys a time lapse of that. So without further ado, let's get to work. Alright guys, well after a little bit of some time, all we have left in the car is the engine. So we are going to go ahead and remove that. Go ahead and bring it over. Alright guys, we just need to take off the brake servo. And the car is completely stripped. Now what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and put that engine in our engine warehouse. There it is, right there. So we have that engine in the warehouse. We may end up rebuilding it, putting it in another car. But for right now, we're just going to go ahead, buy all the parts, and we will see you guys when they arrive. Alright guys, well I figured rather than just sitting around and waiting for those parts to come in for the Mach 1, we'll just go ahead and remove the engine and get that piece ready. So in order to get the engine off of here, we're first going to have to take off the starter and the drive shaft. And then remove the gearbox. Once the gearbox is removed, we just take off those front pipes. So we're going to go ahead and drain all the oil out. Guys, I cannot wait to get this engine in that car. So we're going to pull it out. The engine is out. So we will go ahead and set that bad boy here. So guys, this is what we will be putting in the Mach 1. It's an engine I built because I was bored and we just had it laying around the shop. So we put it in the Trans Am, but that proved to not hold enough. I don't know what the word for. It was just way too big to be in that car. So hopefully it fits in the Mach 1. But now that we got that off, now we wait for the parts for the Mach 1. Alright guys, so it's been about 2 days. We have received all the parts for the Mach 1, as you can tell. So we're going to go ahead and get a time lapse of putting all these in and getting one step closer to putting this beauty and completing one of the dream builds for the shop. Are you guys enjoying the content? If you are, please drop this video a like and comment what you like and what you don't like about it. And if you're new around here, please be sure to subscribe, because we try to have content like this, whether it be live streams or uploads, 2 to 3 times a week. And if you don't really like this, just comment what games you would like me to play, whether that be GTA, Rainbow Six, Fortnite, or any other game. So I'm here to make content for you guys, and I hope you guys like this because I enjoyed making it. So that being said, let's get right back to your regularly scheduled program. Well guys, we have all the parts in, but as you can tell, we are still out of tires. So while we wait for those, we're just going to go ahead and put the engine in the car. Let's go ahead and get it off of the engine stand. And into the car. Now that we have it in the car, we got to connect the gearbox, the starter, the drive shaft, and the front exhaust pipes. Go ahead and get the gearbox in on there. Boom. Now we have the starter. And now let's get the drive shaft in. Alrighty guys, well that is basically everything we need for the car, except for the wheels. The wheels should be here tomorrow. Hopefully they show up. If not, that is less time. I don't have to drive this car. But first, let's go ahead and put some oil in it, just because I, for some reason, always forget this. Let's go ahead and do it while I'm thinking about it. So we have the oil in the car. We will see you guys when we have the tires. You guys scared me. But anyways, as you can tell, we have all 4 tires on the car. It's ready to go. Let's go ahead and get it down and get it crunk up. First things first though, we're gonna move it to the garage doors, get ready to go out. And since the paint job was so good, the interior was the same way, so we didn't really have to touch anything a lot. We did reupholster the seats just because why not. We kept the original steering wheel though, so that way we have some stuff original. But besides the tires and the engine, basically everything is pretty much the same as you would find on a stock Mach 1. with all that out of the way, start the car. Guys, it sounds amazing, and it sounds like American muscle. I cannot wait to get this thing out at the airport. We're gonna go ahead and put it on the trailer, move it to the airport. We will see you guys in about 5 seconds. Alright guys, well as you can tell, we have the Mach 1 outside, ready to go. Let's just go ahead and say this car looks like a beast. I really wish we were able to get a hood with an indentation to actually show that motor, because if it rains, the motor's gonna get rained on. But anyways, who cares? Right now we're just at it to have fun, and we can go ahead and give it a 10 out of 10 on looks. Now let's just go ahead and give it a sound test really quick. Guys, it sounds wonderful. This car is incredible. But now, let's get to the main reason we're out here. To see if the engine performs well. What we're gonna do, we're gonna drive in a straight line. We're gonna go ahead and get a top speed and just see if it stays straight. Don't want to hit those signs there. So right here. Go ahead and back it on up as far as we can. That's good enough. Alright, moment of truth. 3, 2, 1. Well, as you saw, there was no tire smoke like there was on the Trans Am. We hit 200. That's really good with this car. And as you can tell, we did not go out of control. So guys, we did our task on the first episode of Restore and Rebuild. We have finally found a car to hoist the infamous engine. This engine's been around the shop for a while. We had a lot of fun with it in the Trans Am, but too bad. It just didn't work, but luckily we found this. So on the next episode, we're probably just gonna take a look at and tour what kind of cars we do have in the shop, and try to find an engine to put in the Trans Am, because I really don't want to sell it, but if it comes down to it, we might have to. But we might just restore the engine we took out of this car, put into the Trans Am, and keep it there. So we're just gonna run the car real quick back to the shop for a dyno test, and we'll see you there. Have the Mustang on the dyno. A few days before we took the engine out of the Trans Am, we put it on the dyno. Here are the results. Boom, begin. Guys, the factory engine power on this car was 488, and with this motor we are pushing 924. That is almost 1,000 horsepower. 89% boost from what we had. So this thing is a beast in this car. Hopefully it continues to stay a beast in the Mach 1. But get ready to find out. Let's go ahead again, the test. Guys, just like that, we are pushing over 1,000 horsepower with this thing. So you can tell that the car itself is much more powerful than the Trans Am, which is why we were able to get a whole lot more control out of the car. And we also have an 89% gain from the original motor, which I believe is about the same as the Trans Am. I'll have to go back and look at the results again. But with that being said, this has been another episode of Restore and Rebuild here at Snags Auto Shop, and I hope to see you guys in the next one.